Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Asfa bin Abdurrahman and I'm from Group 3. My friends are Muhammad Farihim bin Abdul Basit and Muhammad Haidar bin Nawawi. In this video, I'm going to tell you all things about Protozoa. So, what is Protozoa? Protozoa are one-cell animals found worldwide in most habitats. Most species are free-living, but all higher animals are infected with one or more species of protozoa. Infections range of asymptomatic to life-threatening depending on the species and the strain of the parasite and the resistance of the host. So, the characteristic for protozoa is it is an animal-like protist. It is also a single-cell organism which is unicellular, which are heterotroph. Most of protozoa are motile and can be grouped by the way they move, which is locomotion. Protozoa exhibit mainly two forms of life. First, free-living, which means they can live in aquatic, freshwater and seawater. And the other form of life is parasitic, which is enteroparasite or endoparasite. There are also commensal inhabitants. How do protozoa get their nutrition? Mostly, protozoa feed on the dead plants and animal debris, while some, which is trophozoites, feed on bacteria and algae. Parasitic protozoa feed on the fluid and tissues of their hosts, for example, plasma and blood cells. Some protozoa live in symbiotic relationship with other plants and animals. The reproduction for protozoa is protozoa can reproduce their offspring by both sexual and asexual method. For asexual method, something like budding, binary fission, and zygogony or multiple fission. For sexual method, they go by conjunction and gametogony. According to the taxonomy chart, all organisms have three domains. One of it is bacteria and eukarya. Bacteria have one kingdom, which is Animalia, and eukarya have three kingdoms. One of the kingdom is Protista, which have 7 phylum. Among the phylum, Ciliates have also 7 class. Among the class, Oligohymenophora have 6 order, and one of them is Paniculata. Paniculata have only one species, which is Paramecium.
Now let's review the classification. There are 3 types of phylum. First of all is phylum Rhizopoda. The second, phylum Xylophora, and third, phylum Euglenophita. Okay, now I will explain 3 types of this one by one. Okay, for the phylum Rhizopoda, the first, it is feeding and locomotion by pseudopodia. Second, it is eukaryotic, unicellular, and no its shape. And third, it also heterotrophic or parasitic. And fourth, it is a reproduction only binary fission. For example, I will give you Amoeba sp. Okay, now let's continue to the phylum Xylophora or Xylid. Okay, it is locomotion by theta. Second, it is eukaryotic, unicellular, and usually oval in shape. And third, it is heterotrophic, rarely parasitic. And fourth, it is associated benefaction and sexual reproduction. For example, Paramecium sp. And third, phylum Euglenophita or Zuma Zygophora. First, it is locomotion by one or more flagella. And second, it is eukaryotic, unicellular, and usually oval in shape. And third, it is social reproduction only. And for example, Euglena. Let's enjoy the video, which is the process amoeba attacking its prey using pseudopodium.
Nutrition in amoeba. The food and its way of obtain different from organism to organism. Example: amoeba takes food using fungus-like extensions of cell surface called as pseudopodia. They fuse over the food particle by forming a food vacuole. Inside amoeba, that food vacuole's complex substances are broken down into simple substances. Then, these simple substances diffuses into cytoplasm. The remaining undigested material is moved to the surface of cell and thrown outside.
Let's continue to the application in life. Okay, first of all, Protozoa as helpful partner. Okay, first, some protozoan live in the body of other organisms and help them. Termites, for example, have protozoan living in their body. The, the protozoan digest the cellulose in the wood eaten by termites and convert it into carbohydrate that the termite can use. Second, protozoa through the gum of a termite. This organism had the termite digest cellulose in the wood. It is in what is considered one of nature's classic examples of symbiosis. Okay, let's proceed to the next slide. Second, cheat life. It is helpful information. There are some protein that are found in peanut butter. They encourage organic substance which they decompose. Numerous holozoid protozoa, however, feed on such bacteria, thus helping indirectly purification of water. These protozoa play an important part in the sanitary betterment and improvement of the modern civilized world in keeping water safe for drinking purpose. Okay, now let's look at the small video. It is feeding on a stream of bacteria. There are bacteria streams, cilies and amoebas. There's a bacteria stream and paramecium. We can look at the headful indentation. There are paramecium rectifier, the bacteria stream too. And now, look out! Smash! Let's see the small slow-mo replay on that. Phew. What the hell? It looks like the paramecium is hurt. No, he's okay and they are friends again. Okay, that's the end of the short video. Let's proceed to the next slide. Thank you. Now let's continue to the planktonic protozoa as food. First, protozoa floating in the plankton of the sea form one of the first links to numerous and complicated food chains that exist in the ocean of the world. Some young fish feed extensively on aquatic insect larvae, small crustaceans, worms, all of which take protozoa as food. Second, thus, protozoa directly or indirectly form the food of fish, clams, and other animals, which is their turn are consumed by man, diatom, and dinoflagellates, forming a large part of plankton, are the world original synthesizer of organic foodstuff, producing nearly 90% of all the organic food. According to laboratory research, they can produce 80 times as much food as the most efficient protein producing crops now grown by man. Okay, let's continue to the next slide. In Quranic. Allah states in Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 26. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. إن الله لا يستحي أن يضرب مثلا ما بعوضة فما فوقها. Means, meaning, surely Allah is not ashamed to make any comparison, such as to something lower than it, because the deed has wisdom. Wisdom. Quran, Al-Baqarah, verse 26. The words "fama fawqaha" to something lower than it in the above verse means something lower than a mosquito in terms of meaning and physics, reminding us that a mosquito is small creature. Smaller animal size compared to mosquitoes. Among them are microorganisms such as protozoa. Okay, Alhamdulillah, we have reached at the end of this slide. Now, let's look at the difference. We have used two references, which is first website and second book. The website, we use 6 websites. The first is https://www.britanical.com/science/protozoan/ecological and industrial importance of protozoans. The second https://microbiota.com/kingdom protozoa. The third https://www.siteshare.net/marwat/like 8 protozoa. Then fourth, we use https://tafsirweb.com/279 verse 26. And fifth, we use https://wikipedia.org/wiki/sites. And last, we use https://www.signphoto.com/. And we also use book. For example, we use OOKTST 0714 Genetic and Ecology Biology Unit USIM. Okay, that's all from. Okay, now we have done our presentation today. Thank you for watching our presentation. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi